18 was the magic number for Syracuse men's basketball on Tuesday night. That was because Joe Girard and Jesse Edwards scored that many points in a 95-66 win over Oakland. Judah can hit the mid-range, he can hit the long threes, and he's also one of the fastest players on the court. And Syracuse's opponent is a veteran when it comes to the College Cup. Indiana standing Syracuse's way, and those stars that you see on the Hoosiers logo, that's how many national championships IU has won in program history. Both Grew and Walcott share 8 years of AHL experience, and the two share the same goals. One of them to obviously make it to the big leagues, but another to add some Calder Cup bling right here on the ring finger. Miles has been playing on the ice for 5 years and has been watching the NHL and sled hockey for even longer. When he told his dad, Jamie, that he wanted to start playing, it was something that Jamie could simply not pass up on. If you take a trip down to Hamilton, you may notice Colgate men's basketball's recent success. Back-to-back Patriot League champions and in search of its third straight NCAA tournament bid. Someone who was on both of those teams is Jeff Woodward, who also won 3 straight conference titles at Methacton High School in Audubon, Pennsylvania.
So it's kind of a familiar place for me, and it's kind of the expectation that I hold myself to.
But this summer, the psychology major found success for 5 weeks at Camp Ramapo, a summer camp that serves kids with special needs in Rhinebeck, about 3 hours southeast of Colgate University. Woodward found out about the opportunity through an email sent out by the school. He applied and got the job, one that was 24/7.
You're sleeping in the same bunks as them, you're eating all your meals with them. It really gives you an insight into their everyday lives and how difficult it can be, but how special the kids are. Woodward did a lot. He spent time hanging out with his new friends, taught them life lessons, and did numerous activities, like feeding chickens. When Gate head coach Matt Langle found out about Woodward's opportunity, he says he thought it was the perfect fit.
I mean, he's got a big personality, he's got a ton of energy, he brings a positive outlook on life.
Woodward does most of his work right behind me in the paint. The 6'11" center going into his junior year says he hopes to use the skills that he learned from Camp Ramapo and bring them to the hardwood in an effort for the Raiders to three-peat in the Patriot League.
Having that patience when somebody on our team, maybe an underclassman, doesn't know what's going on, not getting frustrated or upset with them, but really taking the time to make sure that they understand this is what we do, this is why we do it, this is how we do it.
Because in life, it's all about how you make your mark before the final buzzer sounds. I'm Trey Redfield, NCC Sports. Welcome back to the ACC Network Halftime Report, along with Ian Unsworth. I'm Trey Redfield. Ian, Syracuse is limiting the turnovers, but it's Long Island that's limiting the fouls on its end. But it's the Orange as well that's getting into some foul trouble. It's that point in the year where the beanies and jackets make their reemergence. What if I told you an opposing quarterback wearing these was Syracuse football's kryptonite on Saturday? The Orange in the past 3 games have not seen Sean Tucker eclipse 75 rushing yards. And it's Cuse head coach Dino Babers that says getting the ball to RB1 is a complicated game of cat and mouse. On pace to win over 100 games, held a 15-game lead in the American League East. Life was good in the Bronx, but those dandy fortunes can go away just like that. Syracuse fell to the Laval Rocket last year in the North Division semifinals, but the Crunch are ready to put that behind them. Aisha, a couple of 3-pointers as well. What were you feeling from beyond the arc that made you realize, hey, I'm going to crank one tonight and get my first 3-point field goal on the year?
And now, your CitrusTV Sports Report.
Tomorrow, Syracuse football can improve to 5-0 for the first time since 1987. That year, the Orange went 11-0-1. Welcome into sports. I'm Trey Redfield. Cuse takes on an FCS opponent in Wagner in less than 24 hours. Some would call this an easy win, but head coach Dino Babers details why Orange fans should fear the FCS.
And our team has to really stay locked in. I know that Tom's going to have his team ready to go. It just makes me want to think back to a similar situation when I was at an FCS school, and we went out and played a team in California that we were 21-point underdogs in 2013, and we beat them.
That win Babers talked about was when he was the head coach at Eastern Illinois, where it defeated San Diego State 40-19. So yeah, massive upsets can happen, but the FCS bug has not bit Syracuse just yet. Cuse has never lost to an FCS opponent in program history. Plus, Wagner has been losing a lot. The Seahawks have lost their last 23 games, with their last win coming in 2019 against Long Island. Find out if Syracuse can continue this skid tomorrow at 5. Orange Press Pass begins at 10 right here on OTN. Syracuse football looking to continue its winning ways tomorrow, but 4 other SU programs are looking to do that today. Ice hockey, field hockey, men's soccer, and volleyball have chances to impress, whether it's in Syracuse or along the East Coast. In ice hockey, Syracuse grabbed itself a 3-2 win over Merrimack thanks to a game winner from Lauren Bellefontaine. In field hockey, had itself a 3-0 win. 16th-ranked Orange taking down 18th-ranked Boston College thanks to a trio of fourth-quarter goals. From one pitch to another, 7th-ranked SU men's soccer just got underway at Virginia Tech. And finally, in volleyball, it's Cuse that's 2-0 on the year in ACC play, down 1-0 against Wake Forest. 62. That's been a number American League sluggers have been trying to chase for 61 years. With a home run tonight against the Orioles, Yankees outfielder Aaron Judge can reach that number and break the American League single-season home run record held by former Yankee great Roger Maris. Judge hit his 61st bomb in Toronto on Wednesday, and tonight he can break the record in front of the home crowd, just like what Maris did back in 1961. Number 99's chance to make history comes at 7:05 against the Orioles. A record chase in the AL division race in the NL. Tonight, the Mets are in Atlanta to kick off a weekend series with the Braves, and it's oh so crucial. Right now, New York has itself a 1-game lead in the NL East over the Bravos, and the odds are actually in the Metropolitans' favor. The Mets have their 3 best pitchers starting this weekend. Jacob deGrom tonight, Chris Bassett tomorrow, and Max Scherzer on Sunday. Plus, New York called up top prospect Francisco Alvarez from the Syracuse Mets, so it's perfect timing for New York, who rodeos with Atlanta tonight at 7:20.
Trey, go Braves, go Phillies. All I gotta say. When we come back, we'll take one last look at your weather. Stay with us.